Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. This is the first time in a very, very long time that I've actually brought coffee to Coffee with EverBee. So, welcome back. I'm super excited to be here this Thursday. It is Thursday, which means it's my favorite day of the week because I get to hang out with you guys. And today we're actually going to be doing something completely different than usual. This is actually a live stream that we did. I want to say February or so, early this year in 2025. And you guys absolutely loved it. And you asked for us to bring it back. And I'm a little late on bringing it back. It is now August, the middle of almost late August. But today we are going to be going over, I think, 5 or 6 different Canva life hacks that are going to help you guys in your online business journey. So this is going to be for my print on demand sellers, my online sellers like myself, like social media sellers, freelancers, print on demand, digital products, handmade sellers, literally anybody who is watching this live stream today could benefit from these different updates. What I'm going to do is actually show you the individual. I don't want to say they're like fully brand new. Some of them have been around for a couple months, but you guys just might not know about them, and they are super, super, super helpful. So what I'm going to do is actually show you each of them. We're going to go through each of them one by one, but then I'm also going to go into Canva, my own personal Canva itself, which I'll probably regret because there's a lot of embarrassing stuff on there. But I'm going to take you guys in the back of my personal Canva, and I'm going to actually show you how to find each of those individual things and how to actually like navigate through them. So instead of just showing you, instead of just telling you, I guess, I'm also going to show you. So if you guys have any questions while we are going through these, feel free to let me know. Drop it in the live chat, and either myself or my team will get back to you in real time. If you're watching the replay of this, hi, I love you guys just as much. But if you are watching the replay, please make sure to drop any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, or even any extra, Canva things that you might have been using that our team might not know about. Drop them in the comments of this video as well, and I will personally be the one to respond to them. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Like I mentioned, we are going to first go through the individual updates. Like I said, I think there are like 5 or 6 of them that I was going through this week. And then we're going to go into Canva and actually show you how we're going to do them together. I'm going to actually go ahead and open up that screen as well. You guys can't see it, but just so I can go ahead and get in here how we're going to start this from scratch, let me go ahead and make a design real quick. All right, we are good to go over on this side now. Okay, one last thing I wanted to quickly let you guys know, completely unrelated to Canva, but just in case you're not able to stay for the whole training today, I wanted to make sure you were aware next week, so next Thursday, which would be, I think, August 28th. Y'all know I never know what day it is. I'm pretty sure it's August 28th. We will not be here for Coffee with EverBee. We will come back on the following Thursday, September 4th. My baby sister is getting married next Thursday, so I'm actually flying down for the whole week to help her get ready for it and prep, get her all beautiful for her day, although she is already very beautiful. But we're going to go ahead and basically just take the whole week, just loving on her and spending time with her. And you guys have probably heard of her a couple times throughout this year because I've been like doing certain things like her bachelorette party where we were using some Etsy stuff to be able to create the best bachelorette stuff for whatever her theme was, which was Camp Bachelorette. You guys might have seen, we talked about like invitations and save the dates last year, like while we were here with EverBee, because it was things that you guys might be doing. So now it has come to full term, and I will not be on live next Thursday because of it. So just wanted to keep you guys aware. We are going to go through today's training, and then I will see you guys back on Thursday, the 4th of September. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. All righty then. The first thing I want to hit on is called the background generator. So, sorry, my ice maker. I swear every single time I join a live stream, my ice maker is like, do you want ice? Let me cut this off because it'll be very loud for all of us. 1 second. It's like, I don't know if you guys have seen the like TikTok shop videos of like the ice maker that you can just like have on the side. That's mine. Because I am too lazy to install water into my fridge. So anyways, today what we're going to do is the background generator first. So what this is going to do for you guys is it allows you to create with AI. And you guys know how much I truly, truly love AI. You're guys going to be able to create a background from scratch very quickly simply by using their inspire function or by simply typing in what you want yourself. So why this could be beneficial or how this could be beneficial is, let's say you have an EverBee store or even an Etsy, does not matter, whichever one you're on. You can actually generate backgrounds with your product at the forefront and then just have like a really beautiful AI background. So a quick example here, which will, again, I'm showing you all of this in the backgrounds. Oh, the background of the background. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do all of these step by step. But I do want to just, like I said, talk about them first and kind of go through them first. And then we will go thing by thing. You know what? I'm actually considering, I want to make sure this is as easy as possible for you guys. So I'm actually considering maybe hopping over and doing it each time. Because I don't want, sorry, my phone is, there we go. My phone is ringing off the hook right now. What I'm thinking, actually, I was originally going to walk through this entire presentation and then go into Canva, but I think it's going to be just how my brain works, and let me know if you guys agree. I think what I'm going to do now is actually show you in the presentation and then go ahead and just flip over to Canva and show you how to do it. I think that's going to be the easiest way, because then your mind is on the one thing instead of having to like recall this when we get there. So if that's okay with you guys, let me know if that's what you want. Give me a thumbs up in the live chat if you are watching with me today to confirm that that is what you want. I'll keep talking about background generator while I wait and assure that that's what you guys are looking for. So the background generator, you can see what I did here was I just chose a random photo. So it was like a photo like on a kitchen, counter, whatever it was on the left-hand side. And then it was like the little like kitchen utensils, right? So you can see like the tin or whatever that kind of jar is, like the tin cylindrical thing. And then it's got the 3 wooden, spoon, spatula, whatever. So I had that photo first. And then basically what I did was went into the background generator, which again, I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. And then I just told it what I wanted it to change. So you can see that obviously the like stone wall is gone. The wood countertop is gone. And it's been replaced with really, really great lighting and shadowing. I was actually really proud of how this this prompt turned out. So really great lighting and shadowing, as if there was a window coming in from over here, casting that kind of like midday light. And then I wanted some this didn't turn out exactly as I wanted it, but I wanted like little tea cup thingies that could kind of be in there. And then a potted, green plant. There are some things you will notice, like there's just like a random green piece right here. Again, this is AI, so please just be mindful that this is something you might have to tweak a little bit. But I did really love how this turned out. This is the first try. This was not something that I did multiple times to get here. So I really, really liked this idea. And I am seeing you guys pop a lot of the yes and the thumbs up in the comments. So you guys do want me to go back and forth on these things. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and share this tab instead. Hopefully you guys are now seeing my Canva. And I'm just going to upload. Actually, I'm going to choose one. So it's going to be a lot easier if I just say like, let's say t-shirt on, see, I've done this plenty of times, as you can see. So t-shirt on a hanger. And what we're going to want to do, hopefully you can see, yes, you can still see mine. What we're going to want to do is find a photo. It can't be a graphic. It does need to be a photo, okay? Also, I am not 100% sure, by the way. I'm going to take a quick pause. I am not 100% sure if all of these features are available in a free Canva subscription. They might. I know there's one for sure that has to be pro. The other ones, I think you can have some access with a free subscription, but my best bet for all of you is it's $12, I think $13 for Canva Pro. It is the absolute best investment that I've ever made. I'm in Canva every single day especially because they are growing so much and adding so many new features completely unrelated to graphic design. So it's worth it to me. If it's not worth it to you, that's totally fine. Keep the free one, but just wanted to make you guys mindful that if you don't have a pro subscription, there might be some features that you won't see, but my hope is the majority of the ones that we're going over today you will. But let's go for a photo first. So let's just say we want this one. This one's pretty easy. All right, so let's just say this is the photo, kind of like you're making a mock-up is the goal, okay? So let's just say this is the one we want, but we don't like this like white brick in the background. We want it to look a little bit different. So let's say we're going to come up and go to edit. And then we're going to go till you see this little guy right here that is like your little sunglasses, and you can see it goes from green to flowers. So we're going to click background generator. Now you can do one thing and click inspire me right here, which is going to allow you to utilize the internal AI system of Canva, and it's going to come up with something for you, or you can come up with something if you have a really good idea of what you want this to look like. I'm going to click inspire me for now. A tropical scene with palm trees at sunset with a pink and orange sky. That's lame. So we don't like that. Let's try again. Bathroom shelf. Okay, I like this, but we don't want it to be a bathroom shelf. So let's say a minimalist closet. I was going to say wall, but I don't really like that. A minimalist closet wall with shoes. Let's say like luxury shoes lining the shelves, and let's say, okay, so let's just I'm doing this on the spot, obviously. Warm sunlight casting soft shadows, and let's say spotlight. I don't know if this is going to work, to be honest. I should have made this before I got here because I don't want it to turn out stupid. Let's see spotlight on product and see what happens. It's going to take only a couple seconds, by the way. It might take us a few tries to get where we want. Keep that in mind. But it only takes less than a minute to make it happen. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I like this. So we have our shadow casting, and you're going to see there's 4 different things over here that they're going to give you. So you can click through each of them, and it's just going to change the background. Look at this weird shoe, guys. AI cracks me up sometimes. Not exactly what we want. I like this one, but the shoes are also just lame again. This is actually my favorite so far, but these shoes, again, are weird. So let's say a minimalist closet wall with, let's say, neutral toned shirts and pants lining the shelves. Maybe that'll be a little bit easier because like sometimes, you know, your shoes are going to be a little bit harder to build. Let's get rid of this. Warm sunlight, soft spotlight on product. Let's try this again. You can click generate again, and then it will basically get rid of those original 4 and then give us the new 4 that are related to the new prompt that we put in. So just going to give it a couple seconds to catch up. All right, now we're getting somewhere. It's getting a little bit better. We have, let's see. I kind of like this one. And what I really like is they're keeping the little nail, which that's helpful because it looks like it's actually hanging on to something. I like that one. It's super simple. There's actually nothing on the shelves, but we could put stuff on the shelves. And I like that one too. That's cool. So I like this one the most because I'm gonna play with it a little bit. So let's say we do this one. We click done, and then we can make this baby the whole size if we want. And then so you can like zoom in a little bit on the product more. So we can even come up like this. And then if you wanted to, this is completely up to you, but you could say plant in pot, I guess. Pot is a weird ceramic bowl. Let's see. All right, this is what I was looking for. Okay, so like you want to pick something like this. I don't know if I want 2 of them, but it's fine. Make it, life size-ish, and then you can just kind of have them here. And we can zoom in on it a little bit, make sure that it is on the shelf itself and not actually like coming off of it. Maybe a little bit more. Let's go zoom. Oh, not that one. Just kidding. This one right here. Let's go zoom down a little bit on here. There we go. And then if you want, if you want to get a little more frisky, you can even add in shadows. So it looks like, they're actually there. So what you would do is click on it itself, go to edit, scroll down to you see FX effects. Say that 10 times fast. Go ahead and click shadows. And in this case, I'm probably going to want to do, let me try angled and see if I like that. No, I definitely don't like that. Backdrop. No. Probably drop is going to be the best one because it shows that it's like there's a light coming in. And then, of course, as you can see, when we added the shadow, our thing got smaller. So if you want to do that, you can, and then kind of have this be up there. So something like that could be an option. And then let's just say, what else could we do down here? Let's just say wicker basket. So like this is something that you guys could literally build from scratch. And I want something that's like head on. Let's say wicker basket with blanket. You could also build this from scratch on Canva, by the way. I'm going to teach you guys that in a second. I'm not really loving any of these. Might be a little bit too big for what I'm looking for. So let's just go back and let's try this one. And then I'm going to remove the background and make this a little bit smaller. Hope you guys are enjoying like watching me do this in real time. This is something that like a lot of people asked me for a couple months ago, was they liked being able to see like how I was actually moving things around in real time. So hopefully that is also something that you are liking. But then I would just basically, this is a really weird basket, obviously, so this might not work in my favor. But we could like kind of put it here, and then maybe like if you make it kind of go outside a little bit, you can see that, you know, it feels a little bit more like a real photo. And then you can always bring the transparency down on these a little bit too, if you want them to be a little bit blurred as well. So something to think about. So what you could do in here, and of course, if you wanted to add, you know, let's say, what are those things called? Sun catchers. If you wanted to add like something coming down from the top, I don't know if I can find a graphic. No, just thinking out loud, if you wanted like something to kind of like hang down right here, you totally could. Let's try macrame. That might be a good thing as well here. Let's see, this might work. And then let's do it. We're back on our mover and see if it works. Oh, it did. Fantastic. So you can have this whoop, like it's hanging from the ceiling. And of course, you'd probably want it to be a little bit longer. So maybe you find one that has a longer stem. Maybe this one. That actually might be a good one. Let's see. Oh, no, it has a little bit of weird plant on the outside. So let's just get rid of that. And then this might be the play. It's a little bit longer. Also, it has a little bit of shadow casting itself, which is kind of cool. So it looks like it's actually perfect for the photo. Anyway, so there's just a bunch of different things that you can do with this. We can play around with this. But then the cool thing about this is, let's say, you wanted to change this to like a white shirt. Then we could, you do the exact same thing. So go to edit, background generator, and then you can edit that. Or what you could also do is, once you have exactly what you want and you make all of these different things, you can download this, which I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to go to download, and I'm going to change this into a ping. And we don't want a transparent background on this one because we've, blatantly made a background. So we're going to just download it as is. And then I'm going to go ahead and make, once it downloads, here it comes. You can see it's doing its thing. I'm going to make another page here. And then I'm going to go to uploads, and I'm going to bring that baby in. Maybe. There we go. So now we have a custom made mock-up that we just did ourselves together today. And then you could literally change this to anything that you want, whatever you have, that you're working on. So let's just say this is something I was working on, the Spicy Marg Social Club. Let's say we wanted to pop that right here. Obviously, I would never do these colors on these colors, but I'm going to change these colors to make it easy. So let's say Spicy Margs, and let's do... That's fine. I don't really care what it looks like right now. So like that, let's say we want Spicy Marg Social Club, and then we want to bring the transparency down to about, like 85 or so. So it looks like it's actually on the shirt. You can see there's a little bit of a crease here. I don't love when that happens, simply because that just looks like it's not 100% part of the shirt. But it's completely up to you. If you want to remove this crease while you're generating your background, you absolutely can. But that is one thing, the first thing I wanted to show you guys exactly how to do, so that you can make your own backgrounds. But we're also going to spend some time making our own standard mock-ups together as well today. Okay, so that's number one. If the background generator was of interest to you, I'm going to go ahead and take another sip of my coffee. I probably need water, but this is not water with EverBee. So while I take another sip of my coffee, let me know by just typing. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. Just type the letter BG. The 2 letters, there's 2. Type BG in the live chat or in the comments of this video if you're watching the replay, if you already knew about the background generator, or it's definitely helpful and you like that and you might use it in the future. Drop BG in the comments or live chat for me. What I want to do is make sure that I'm finding these things that are actually beneficial to you guys. So just make sure that you are engaging with me and you are letting me know. I don't want to just talk at you guys every Thursday for an hour. This is supposed to be a very interactive experience. So I want to make sure the things that I am finding for you guys are beneficial. So again, drop BG and let's move on to the next one. The next one, this does require, I'm going to, go ahead and bring it up right now. What I told you earlier, this does require, if I'm not mistaken, a pro account. So if you have a free account, you will more than likely not be able to use this feature. Oh my God, there's a hummingbird outside. How cool. What a great day. Hummingbird, if you guys don't know, if you've been here for a while, 222 is my angel number. So I'll see 222 like random times of the day. And then hummingbird is like my little spirit animal. So it's just so cool that he's just out there hanging out. I'm not going to lie. I did buy a nectar feeder. So I summoned him to my backyard, but it's just always cool when I get to see them. Anyways, y'all know, if y'all have been here for a while, also y'all know that distraction city over here. I'm not good at it. Anyways, you will need the pro account in order to do this. But it's something that is, in my opinion, like really freaking worth it. Because it allows you to basically generate anything from scratch or from an image or reference image. So Magic Media has been a thing for a while, but now we have the ability to upload a reference image. So instead of basically having to build something from scratch with the prompt and have to go through multiple potentially iterations, kind of like what we did with the background generator a second ago, instead of having to do that, you're actually able to upload reference images now. So it's going to make it a lot easier and give you a lot faster what you want. So you're going to see here, we're going to go, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this, but we're going to go into apps in your Canva account. Again, got to have a pro subscription to do so, but go into apps, type in Magic Media, and then you're going to see this pop up. So you'll see Magic Media over here on the left. Then what you're going to do is under images, you can only do this in images, by the way, not the other two. So not graphics, not videos, but in images, you're going to go ahead and click styles instead of describe what you'd like to create. That's what we used to be able to do. Magic Media has been around for a while. I think like Q1 of this year. But it was always building from scratch. And now we have the ability to do it with a reference image. So let's just say styles here. You click on styles, it gets you over here. You used to have only these kinds of things. So like, what do you want it to look like? Do you want it to be minimalist? Do you want it to be neon, whatever? And then that would, Canva's AI would basically take this information combined with what you'd like to create information and give you this. But now you have the ability to upload a reference image. So what I did was just found an image on, I think it was Google, maybe Pinterest, and it was just a corgi with a blue background. Then and you can see it right down here, this little guy right here. Reference image. So I put upload reference image. Then I put corgi singing into a microphone with a bow on its head. So very simple. I only did this once. You can obviously play around with this and regenerate it as many times as you want. But you can see the really cute things that it created for me. So again, let's go over here, share this tab instead, and start from scratch together with it. So 1 second. Let me go by my friend again. All right, so what we're going to do is on the left-hand side, hopefully you guys can see this well. I can only make Canva so big. Let me see if I can. There we go. So on the left-hand side, you have like all of your menu stuff. So what we're going to do is scroll down until you see apps. Now you can see I already have Magic Media here, but you might not because you might not have known about it before. So we're going to go to apps and we're going to type in Magic Media. Very simple. And once you have it, by the way, it will be over here for you. So you can easily just click on that instead. But it's going to be this first one. So Magic Media. So what we're going to do is basically add something in here, whatever we want to the style. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to pull you guys over to this tab real fast. And we are going to go to Pinterest. And I'm going to look up. Let's see. You can see I was looking up Halloween wine glasses the other day. Halloween 2025. I kind of want to just get an idea of what things are doing well this season. If you watched our Trends in the Wild, you saw that I was thinking that like disco, cowgirl, pink, glitter, all of those types of things were going to be doing well. And you can see, which is awesome. I'm actually seeing a couple of those already here. Nice. That's cool. I like the ghouls just want to have fun. I'm just looking for something very simple that we can kind of recreate. Let's see. I have a better idea. So let's do ghost image. I want it to be a cute one like this. Very cute. Or maybe like this. That's cute. So this one always does well too. So let's do this one. And I'm just doing this for right now. I'm not stealing this image, guys. Don't come after me. I'm just doing this to show you guys how we are going to build this together. So I'm going to go ahead and actually I'm going to save it as is. I think, did I already do that? Nope, I only copied it. Okay, so save. And it's a JPEG. Hopefully that works. We'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and go to styles. Oh, are you guys looking at the right thing? Yes, you are. All right, let's go to styles, upload reference image, upload files, find the thing that we want, which is this guy right here. And we're going to click that. And then it's going to ask us, what do you want to do with it? So we have the reference image. And then you can also say, like, if you want it to be, if you want to crop it or whatever, you can. We can click inspire me again, or you can have something you want. So let's just say ghost. I don't even remember what my ghost was. Hold on. So the ghost is holding a tumbler and a pumpkin. So let's say ghost in a coffee shop. I'm just making this up as I go. Ordering from a barista, and let's say black cat is on counter. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go, guys, obviously. So let's go ahead and generate images and see what happens. You can see all the different things like ordering, barista, counter, those kind of things are in there. And again, we are going to get 4 different things. So first of all, I'm actually loving these. These are really cute. Also, you can see this is very, very important. I'm going to see if I can zoom in. There we go. So, oh my God, too zoomed, life alert. All right, right here, use 1 of 498 credits, refreshes 8/31/25. So I wanted to make that very, very clear to you guys that Magic Media is on a credits basis, but we've got a lot of credits to play with. But every time you regenerate a new image, that is a credit. So please, please, please keep that in mind. Let me see this one. This is kind of interesting. It's cute. I mean, it has nothing to do with what I asked it to do, but it's still cute. So let's go back actually, and we're going to do the reference image again. And I want to also choose one of these. So let's say we want vibrant. Oh, nope, that didn't work. Just kidding. So don't do that. Don't do what I did. Let's try to see inspire me. That doesn't allow us to do anything with that. Okay, so let me get rid of this guy real quick. And now we're going to say, let's see, ghost walking down road for trick-or-treating. Again, we're doing this very, very quickly. And theoretically speaking, it should say 2 of 498 at the bottom or something of the sort with how much I've been able to do. Or, okay, so it's weird. It gets rid of it like by the 497. So it's use 1 of 497. So you can see that I just lost a credit by doing this. This is kind of cute. Again, it's AI, so just keep that in mind. It's a little bit probably different than what we want, but just wanted to show you guys how you can utilize Magic Media to build these from scratch. I actually like this, except for the feet. The feet are freaking me out. I don't like the feet. But you can kind of play with this. And again, you'll have a certain number of credits, but you can play around and actually build these in here without ever having to leave to go outside into an AI platform itself. Let's go back real fast, and I'm going to do the exact same thing I did earlier. I'm going to upload the reference image of my fun little corgi real quick. And then I'm going to say corgi, what can my corgi be doing? Let's say corgi holding jack-o'-lantern. And then with cat ears. No, it's a corgi. He already has ears. Don't do that. So with a black cape for Halloween, something like that. So let's say wearing a black cape. All in the prompt, guys. These prompts are not good. That's why I'm not getting the greatest stuff back. So it's all in the prompt. Oh, that's cute though. I actually really like this. They took wearing a jack-o'-lantern very seriously. I actually really like this one though. That is really stinking cute. Something like this might actually do really, really well. This one might as well. So what I would do with each of these, I was actually going to, let's see if I remove the background. And we could always generate again and build something else. But that's actually really cute. I'm pretty surprised of how this turned out. But if let's say we remove that background and we remove this one, these could actually be little digital images that you guys could build from scratch and sell these potentially digitally to, print on demand sellers or something of the sort. I'm going to go to Magic Eraser real fast because I'm going to get rid of all of this stuff. And so it's just, oh, I just got rid of his ear. Poor little guy. Reset. Confirm. Poor little guy. I deleted him, his little ear. Let's do that again. All right, so magic eraser. Let's make this big, but not too big that I delete my little friend's ears. And I'm just going to get rid of all of this stuff because all I really want is him. So I removed the background. Unfortunately, this is a little bit of a over the cape thing. But I removed the background, but then they also, like, the AI thought that I wanted to keep these. I don't. So I'm going to go ahead and click erase just so I can have my little corgi left at the end. Oh my God, I love him. So freaking cute. All right, let's make this background a little different color so we can play around with it a little bit. We can see them better. Cute. Okay, so let's just say you wanted, I'm going to put this guy over here. Let's just say you wanted to, like, this is completely generated, quote unquote, by me. Obviously, this was generated by an AI image generator, but we did this with our prompt today, right? So this is something you could absolutely sell to other sellers, like print-on-demand sellers, for example, if you are a digital store. And then we can make it even better. Like, let's go back up to Pinterest, and we're going to get back over here. So there was something that we liked a second ago. That was the ghouls thing. So let's just say Halloween quote, maybe, is what I'm kind of looking for. Shake your boo thing. That's so freaking cute. Cute pumpkin. No, that's not cute. Come in for a bite. I was trying to see if there was like a cute dog one. Let me see. I don't know if it'll work. If I type in dog. Pinterest sometimes works. Aw, dogs because people are creepy. I actually love that. So we could do something of that nature. So come over here to text. See if you can find anything that you like and then write those down. So let's just say, oh, this is cute, actually. I like plush pin. So let's just say we do dogs. And let's say we ungroup this real quick. And we get rid of this one. And bring this down. Just, again, having fun while you guys are live today. So let's just say we do dogs and we do another one. And we say, because people are creepy. Looks a little crazy right now. Please bear with me. I'm going to go to effects and remove. I'm going to keep neon, but I'm going to remove that. And I'm going to now put these all together. Again, this is really, really fast and really ugly, but I'm just showing you guys like what could possibly happen. So something like that, or even just, again, this is really ugly. Please don't judge me. I'm just doing this really quickly. But if we could even just give something like this and then add our own thing with it. So let's say we have a jack-o'-lantern, because I asked for this and they did not give it to me. Let's say trick or treat. I'm actually so excited for Halloween, y'all. It's my favorite time of the year. So I don't love this because it's not really the same aesthetic as my corgi. My corgi is like a little bit more like watercolory. Oh my God, this ghost is so cute. I kind of like this up here, maybe. Let's go to see all. Oh, this is actually really cute. Like, put a little hat on him or something. So this is what I mean by, like, you could really like turn this into your own. So it's not something like that is, you know, Canva made fully. Like, you were actually like changing these elements into all yours. So that could be something that you kind of play around with. You could add this, you know, kind of behind him in the foreground, like he's, you know, standing in front of it. Lots of different things that you can do. We can add, you know, the pink and black accent, like I said, was doing really well right now. I wonder if you can change this. You can. So let's say we change this to match that pink. And let's say we changed this to be white, you know? So it's just a lot of really cool things that you can do with the magic media as the beginning of your thing. You know what I was just realizing? And y'all probably told me this. I'm so sorry. Y'all definitely said something in the comments and I didn't see it because I am constantly ADHD if I see all his comments. But I'm going to just walk you guys really, really quickly through what I did. All I did was I came in here and I added some accents. So we had like a little pumpkin. We had this little sign. I just kind of found some random things. But with the sign, it originally started like this. And then I just adjusted the colors. That's all I did. It was very, very fast. Nothing that you guys missed necessarily. But anyways, that is something that we can do to add like the magic media concept into your design so that you can potentially start selling these for yourself. So that is how we are going to utilize the Magic Media AI generator. All right. Next up is a VEO3 video generator. This one's going to be really fun because this is for anybody who wants to potentially do like mock-up videos. This is for people who want to maybe do some social media stuff. You could put this on your website. There's like so many different use cases for this, and it allows you to really create from scratch, just like what we did with Magic Media. If I'm not mistaken, this is potentially also a pro feature as well. So again, just do your own research and due diligence. If you have a free account, see if you guys have this. If you don't, it's very fast to upgrade. So what we're going to do, and again, I'm going to show you guys step by step. But what you're going to do is at the very beginning of Canva, when you first log in, it's going to say, what will you design today? And it's going to show you all of your designs. You can click templates as well. Or what I'm doing is clicking Canva AI. Now, we used to have a lot of stuff down here, create an image, design for me, etc. But now there is create a video clip. So this is going to be something really, really exciting for anyone who wants, again, to add a mock-up video, an Etsy video, whatever you want to do. And then it's basically going to be whatever you want your prompt to be. So you can see, I'll put it over here, dark green skin serum bottle with gold cap on white lazy Susan in the middle of a white room. The skin serum bottle is spinning slowly, catching light and casting shadows as it turns. That is exactly what I put in there, and I'm going to share that tab so you can see it in action. And you can see this is exactly what I built within less than 2 minutes. Again, there's no logo on here because it's just an AI image, but it is a really nice 8-second or so image that we could do with literally anything. So let's go back to Canva and show you guys exactly how to get here. So what we're going to do, you'll see your designs, templates, Canva AI. So click that for me. And then go to create a video clip. Now, if you want to adjust these things, you totally can. I usually do, but it's up to you. So we'll click style, and then you can choose all of these. My favorites are going to be 3D render, surreal, dreamlike, vintage film, and cinematic. You can choose all of these. You can play around with them as much as you want. Those are just my favorites. So I'm going to choose, I'm just going to do cinematic again. Aspect ratio, they will have 9:16 soon, which is going to really, really help you guys with your, like I said earlier, potential social media stuff. But right now, all we have is a 16:9. The duration is only 8 seconds, but there's going to be a custom duration coming soon. And then if you want to look at framing, this is probably one of my favorite pieces of it. A point of view shot is a really, really good one. Top down shot, medium, close up, over the shoulder. They have so many different things. So what could be really, really cool with this feature is you can make, actually, I might do this real fast with you guys. You can create a 15 to 20 second long video based on multiple different shots. So the wide shot, medium, top down, etc. Let me see if I can do it. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I will try my best. So let's just do a top down shot. And I'm actually just going to make this super easy on myself. And I'm going to go into Charles real fast. I'm going to share my screen on here just so y'all can see. I'm just make it fast. So I am showing people how to use VEO3 video generator and need a good prompt. Let's make it Halloween based. All right, so I'm just going to ask him to give me something very quickly just so we can get this done fast. Cool. I like it. Cinematic, Halloween, spooky, hill, glowing full moon, blah, 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 by all means. Okay, copy and paste. Let me go back over here and share this tab. All right, so a lot of cool stuff. Atmosphere should feel eerie but playful, mysterious black cat, purple, orange, black, etc. Let's go ahead and do it. And it should take me around, not me, I'm not making it. It should take them around 2 minutes or so or less to build this. So let's give it a little bit of time. You can see the generator has started. And like I said, it doesn't take long. That green serum thing that I made, I did it in one shot and it took, I think, maybe 30 seconds. So let's give this a little bit of time and you'll see the generation happening by the little purple thing is dragging itself across. So we'll give it some time for that. I didn't ask you guys a second ago, but I do want to make sure I ask you while we're waiting for this to kind of come up. How many people liked the Magic Media AI concept? If you liked that, if that was something that you have either already used or you're thinking about using in the future now that you saw it today, go ahead and type MM in the comments or in the live chat. So these are things that maybe I can go a little bit deeper into. We can maybe even do a fully committed video specific for how we might use Magic Media, how we might use background generator, etc. So if you enjoyed the Magic Media piece and it's something that you might be utilizing yourself, go ahead, drop MM in the live chat as well as the comments if you're watching this on replay. This one's taking a little bit longer than the last one. My assumption, though, is because obviously it is longer of a prompt. Ooh, I love it. Let's look at it together. Let's go a little bit zoomed in. Zoom out a little bit more. Oh my God, stop. It's so nice. That's really cool. So it's 8 seconds or so long. I really, really like this. And you can use this for whatever you want. It's a 16:9. So that is exactly how you can build the VEO3 video from scratch. Let me know if that was something that you guys liked. Hi. Can you be quiet? Sorry, my husband just got home. So this is going to be the VE video generator. You can use this for mockups. You can use this for maybe even like a faceless YouTube channel, guys. There's so many different ideas that you can do here. Maybe some things that you can pop on Pinterest. So please feel free to play with that and let me know if that was something that you liked today. The next one is something that I just have a lot of fun with personally. As you can see, my Spicy Marg social club went a little awry today, but it's the Warp Brush app. This is something that's going to hopefully be able to give you guys a little bit more customization on your photos themselves, or if you have like text-based stuff like this. So all we have to do, again, is go to apps, type in Warp Brush, and we will gain access to it, again, as long as it is a free feature. Again, not 100% sure, but definitely go play with it yourself. All right, let's get out of here and go back into Canva. And we're going to come down here to apps. Again, I have it already myself, but I'm going to go ahead and type it in so you guys can see it. So we're going to type in Warp Brush, click enter, and it's going to be the first one here. There's also another one, by the way. Let me show you guys real fast. If you go back up to apps, you can play around with these and figure out which ones you like most. There's also Text Warp and Type Warp and Type Craft. All of those are really fun ones. So let's do Text Warp as well. Click open here. All right, so in Text Warp, it's a little bit different. But in Text Warp, you will do whatever you want. So let's just say Spicy Margs. Let's just say Spicy Margs for now because I don't want, actually, yeah, let's do that one. And then whatever font you want. So let's just say we want like a Brill. Oh, I don't like that one. It's a little too thick for me. Let's see. That's cute. I like that one. And then you're going to obviously say whatever colors you want. So we'll just keep it green for now. And then you can do the angle however you want as well. You can go up and down. Whee! And it's all about the background shadow. And then you can click add to design. And that will build that for you. So kind of a cool thing. It's really fast. Just wanted to show you that that is a text warp that you can do. But now let's go back to our original warp brush. So I'm going to bring in the Spicy Margs thing just so you can see it. There we go. And we're going to go to warp brush down at the bottom. And you can do warp, grow, or shrink. So I just want to show you guys what each of these look like. When you go to warp, it's going to allow you, you can bring the brush size down, the brush strength down. So let's say we pull this down to like 58. It's obviously a lot smaller than if we're up here, right? So it's completely up to you how you want to play with this. And then brush strength is like how heavy it's going to flow. So let's just say I bring this to 25. So 90 and 25. And then you just literally start pushing it. And you can do this fun little zigzag pattern. That's one of my favorite things to do. So like that just turned it so much cooler very quickly. And then you could also do grow instead. Actually, let's go cancel and then click grow. Same thing. We are currently on 90/25. So you can go up. Oh, no, I'm not. There we go. Pull it back down to 90. I'll just do 77. So this is the grow one, allows things to literally grow. So let's say you want this section to be bigger. Let's say you want this section to be bigger. So you see how I'm like creating like everything that I click on gets bigger. So I don't love the grow feature that much. I just wanted to show you guys that it exists. Last but not least is the shrink feature. Bring this down again. And same concept. Let's say you wanted this section to be smaller. So you can see exactly what's happening there. So my favorite one is Warp personally. And then you can, choose, I don't know why this keeps getting bigger and smaller every time I get here. But the cool thing about this is you can make this like how they always made those really fun things back in the day where y'all would like see it and like, how did they do that? This is something that like it used to only be available on tools like Photoshop, Photopea, Adobe Illustrator, but now we have the ability to do it right here in Canva. So it's just a really fun thing that you guys can play with and no credits required. So let me know if that is something that you enjoy. Let's see, where am I at right now? Let me know by typing a W in the live chat if that was something that you enjoyed, and let's keep going to the next one. This is probably my favorite one because I do a lot of digital mockups. So this is called the Reshape app. So this allows you to distort stuff into certain places that you want them. So let's say, for example, in this example, I wanted to show how I made my website, and I'm trying to like land another website client or something of the sort. So if I try to take a screenshot of my website and I try to pop it on this particular mockup, it's not going to work, right? Because it's going to be a 2D image trying to fit into a 3D top-down photo, mockup photo. So what we did was actually had the ability to reshape it right inside there. So if you're a digital product seller, this is going to be liquid gold to you because it's something that you can do all of your mockups and make really, really good ones from scratch without having to only utilize the Canva mockup things that you have. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get into this tab real quick. And 1 second, I'm going to come over. I'm just going to make a new one real fast. And let's just choose, we're going to do the same kind of concept just so it's easy today. Go back to elements. And let's just say desktop computer on a desk or something. And we want this to be a photo, of course. So let's just say, and we also want it to be a little bit distorted too, because the whole point is we're trying to make it. This is a really good one right here. So let's say we want this, and we want to be able to show what our website looks like rather than theirs. So let's say we like this. Then I'm going to go to uploads. I already took a screenshot myself, but you can do whatever you want. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and do this one, and we're going to pull it out a little bit. And I'm also going to kind of turn it so it's going to be in the right place. And I'm going to bring it down a little bit. I'm not going to bring it down too much though, because the goal is you do want to be able to distort so it fits. So now what we're going to do is go to apps and type in Reshape. And it's going to be this one right here. And I personally like distort best, but if you want to play with skew or perspective, you can. I personally like distort best just because it helps me pull things down where I want it to. And then all we're going to do is literally just look for the edges of the desktop or the laptop. So I'm going to pull this guy over here. You can distort it. This needs to actually be a little bit bigger, but it's okay. Just kind of show you guys exactly what we could do. So now I am there. Of course, I didn't save it. Hold on. One moment. The good news is we can literally just redo that very, very quickly. So pull all these guys down and up to where they're supposed to go so that it's our thing that is being shown instead of theirs. And pull this down here. Again, I didn't make it as big as I needed to, so it's going to look a little funky. Then click save, because if you don't, it'll happen how mine did. So now you can see, again, it's a little bit funky just because I had to kind of manipulate it a little bit where it wasn't as big as I needed it to be. If I wanted to edit that, all I would have to do is just make it a little bit bigger, and then it's going to go to the exact size that it was originally. So you can come up here now. Now you can find that edge, and now you can find this edge, and it should be a little bit better now once we move this guy over. There we go. I'm gonna click save. So now this is going to be mine instead of theirs. And that really allows us to be able to, like, let's say I want to share how I make websites, and that's something that I'm currently selling. Or if you want to go on social media and show your website for your Etsy store, your EverBee store, whatever it is, that's a really, really fun and easy tool that you can do, as you saw in just a couple of seconds. Last up, guys, is going to be the mockup templates. This is something that we went over back in February, but there's been a little bit of an enhancement to it. So I wanted to make sure that we brought it up today for you guys, because this could be beneficial for literally any type of seller, but especially, of course, our print-on-demand sellers if you don't want to look like everybody else, and my digital product sellers if you are selling an ebook or What else do you guys sell? Like if you were selling like Excel sheets or something, we can make our own mock-up templates from scratch. So let's go back over here and add a new page. And then all we're going to do is come to, the first thing you're going to have to do is like take a photo of something. So what I did, for example, was hold on one second. This guy, where did it go? Oh, well, this actually kind of works maybe. Yeah, this actually worked really well. Let's use the thing that we built earlier. So this is an example of how we're going to be able to make a mock-up out of this now, is we're going to do one of two things. Either we are going to change the background again, and that could be our mock-up. But we already, used the background generator on this. But now we want to actually change this itself. So what we're going to do is go ahead and go again. You can go to apps if you don't already have this and just type in mock-up. Nope, don't. I recommend spelling it right. And right here, mockups. And then all you have to do is create a mockup template, but something has to be here. So make sure, again, you upload your image first that you want to turn into a mockup template, then create that little generator at the top. And just give it a couple seconds to catch up with us. By the way, obviously, if you can see over here, you can go into mockups on Canva as well and get so many other options of how to distort your, let's say your phone screen, your laptop screen, whatever. So what's cool here is it actually gave us a couple of different things. So like if you wanted the macrame plant, for example, to be a mockup, it totally could. In this case, we're going to do this one and click confirm. Give it a little bit of time to generate for us. And now the shirt should be a mock-up, okay? So now you can see, just drag and drop any image into the mock-up template. So let's go up here and let's say I do the spicy margs thing, just as an example. You can drag and drop it and you can see it's going to start generating for us. It's wild, right? So now what we're gonna do is come in here to edit. And we're going to wait until this guy comes over here. And then you can click fit if you want, or you can click smart crop, or you can click fill and then just move it down to size. So let's try that one real fast and see if that looks a little better. All right, we got to pull it down a little bit. Nope, that's way too high or way too low. Okay, so now we have a mock-up generated, and you can see here, by the way, I think it looks a little bit better than it did originally when we were trying to just apply our thing to it, because now it is kind of like playing with the crease of the shirt itself. So that's one way that I personally have been able to make mock-ups in the past, and it's very, very fast, like you just saw. And then let's say we come over here. Instead of create a custom, let's do this. Let's do one more thing. Actually, I'm going to go up to Pinterest. You guys won't see this, but I'm just going to say ebook. Let's just do book on desk. Just going to make this as easy as possible. Try to find one fun. These are not good examples. Let's do this one. Okay, so you guys, again, you can't see this, but I'm just going to show you over here now what I was trying to do. So I just uploaded this. I think this is a really, really cute photo. And let's say I wanted to turn this into a mock-up because it matched my brand. Then all I'd have to do is, again, you can go into apps if you want, or you can simply just scroll down until you see mock-ups, create a mock-up template, and you'll be able to see the new image is there. And we're going to give it a few seconds. And my assumption is it's going to be the mug and the top journal is what I'm assuming the mock-up template is going to give us today. But let's see. Okay, I was right. That's what I thought. All right, so this is cool. I like, oh, it actually gave us the thing too. That's surprising. It gave us the little flower pot. So I like the mug one. So let's click mug. And then all we have to do is drag and drop like we just did. So let's say we are mug sellers, and this is a custom template that we just personally made. So let's just go up to elements together and just type in like a fun, like cherries, something really simple. And let's say we like this one, then we could just drag and drop and then it would start going into that mock-up itself. So this just allows you the opportunity. It looks a little weird, obviously, because it's supposed to be a background versus a foreground thing, but just so you can see how the AI works itself. All right, so let me go ahead and stop sharing. So guys, hopefully that was something you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy this concept, this training today, and you'd like to see more of this in the future, I'm thinking about adding this in quarterly because it really could benefit so many different people who we work with at EverBee. So if this was beneficial, if you're watching it live, drop Canva in the live chat for me so that I can know we need to make more and more of these in the future. And again, if you are watching the replay, drop Canva in the comments if this is something you want to see more of soon. Like I said, I will not see you guys next Thursday because I will be in Florida, but I will see you guys back on September 4th. If you have any questions for me between now and then, feel free to drop them in the comments in this video and I'll respond personally.